Have you ever wondered about the catastrophic events that led to the Fukushima disaster in Japan? On a seemingly ordinary day, March 11, 2011, the world watched in disbelief as a colossal magnitude 9 earthquake struck off the northeastern coast of Japan. This was not an ordinary seismic event, it was one of the most powerful earthquakes ever recorded on Earth, and it set into motion a series of devastating consequences. The Earth's violent shaking beneath the ocean floor triggered a monstrous tsunami, a series of oversized waves that raced towards Japan with terrifying speed. The Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant lay directly in its path. The tsunami, with its unfathomable power, crashed into the facility, causing extensive damage to its cooling systems and infrastructure. In an instant, the power plant, designed to harness the atom's power for good, was at the mercy of nature's raw and uncontrolled fury. The tsunami's wrath left the nuclear power plant's cooling systems and infrastructure severely impaired. As the power supply and backup generators failed, a nightmare scenario unfolded. The lack of electricity halted the cooling systems of the reactors, a crucial system designed to keep the nuclear fuel rods at a safe temperature. Without the cooling system, these rods began to overheat, starting a chain reaction that would lead to one of the world's most significant nuclear disasters. The rods became so hot that they started to melt, a process known as a nuclear meltdown. As these fuel rods melted, they released large amounts of radioactive gases and particles into the surrounding environment. But that was only the beginning of the catastrophe. The intense heat within the reactors also led to the creation of hydrogen gas, an element notorious for its explosive properties when mixed with oxygen. This buildup of hydrogen gas was a ticking time bomb, and it didn't take long for the inevitable to happen. The pressure of the gas became too much, and explosions rocked units 1, 3, and 4 of the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant. These explosions caused further damage to the already compromised reactor buildings and released additional radioactive material into the environment. The rapid progression of these events, from the failure of the cooling systems to the subsequent meltdowns and explosions, was a harsh reminder of the potential dangers of nuclear power when our best-laid plans go awry. The result was catastrophic meltdowns in 3 of the plant's 6 reactors and a series of devastating explosions. With the release of radioactive materials, a critical decision had to be made. The Japanese government had to act swiftly and decisively, ordering the evacuation of residents within a 20-kilometer radius of the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant. This decision led to the displacement of tens of thousands of people from their homes, a necessary yet painful measure to protect them from the potential health hazards of radiation exposure. Simultaneously, a monumental effort was underway to stabilize the damaged reactors and contain the further release of radioactive materials. This involved injecting water and later on, nitrogen into the reactors. Water was used to cool the overheating fuel rods, while nitrogen helped prevent further hydrogen explosions. The execution of these containment strategies required precision, courage, and unwavering dedication from all involved. The containment efforts marked the beginning of a long and arduous journey to manage the disaster. This marked the start of a relentless ongoing battle against an invisible enemy, a battle that continues even today. The Fukushima disaster's impact extended far beyond the immediate crisis. Radioactive contaminants were released into the air and ocean, dispersing across the globe and infiltrating the food chain. This invisible threat prompted extensive decontamination efforts, yet the task was overwhelming. Even today, managing the ongoing release of radioactive water from the damaged reactors is a continuous challenge. The disaster's environmental consequences are far-reaching. The once thriving marine life around Fukushima has been drastically affected, and the full extent of the damage is still under investigation. The land too bears the scars of this catastrophe, with vast areas rendered uninhabitable due to radiation. But the fallout of Fukushima extends beyond the environment to human health and socioeconomics. While there were no immediate deaths due to radiation exposure, many people suffered from stress-related health issues, and concerns about long-term radiation exposure persist. Families were uprooted, communities shattered, and livelihoods lost. The cost of the disaster, both human and financial, continues to mount. Today, the Fukushima disaster is a focal point in global discussions on the future of nuclear energy. It has underscored the need for enhanced safety standards, rigorous emergency preparedness, and robust regulatory oversight. The lessons learned from Fukushima are shaping policies worldwide, influencing decisions on nuclear power's role in the global energy mix. The Fukushima disaster serves as a stark reminder of the potential dangers of nuclear energy and the critical importance of safety measures and emergency preparedness.